Okay, very good morning children. So in the last video we had the discussion regarding atomic orbital and molecular orbital. In the same way we had the discussion regarding the bonding molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital. Now the most important one for all the competitive exams, and there was a big confusion how to write the electronic configuration and everything, and I hope you will understand all the things with this video. The first concept we are going to have in this video, we are going to cover now regarding the bond order calculation, and based upon the bond order, and next you can have the electronic configuration of a molecule. Till now you might have studied only writing the electronic configuration of the atom only, but now you will be able to write the electronic configuration of a molecule also, and at the same time based upon the number of unpaired electrons you are going to decide whether it is a diamagnetic or paramagnetic. Okay, these all points we are going to cover under this topic now, chemical bonding. So first, bond order. So the formula for the bond order is half of electrons in bonding orbital minus electrons in anti-bonding orbital. It is nothing but half into Nb minus Na. A means anti-bonding, B means bonding electron. So this is the bond order. Okay, N means number of electrons. Okay, so the most important point you have to keep in your mind is bond order is always positive. Bond order is always positive. Okay, and the next thing is it may be zero or fractional. It may be zero or fractional also, but it is always positive. And what happens if it is? If Nb greater than Na, what happens? If Nb less than Na, what happens? If Nb equal to Na, what happens? That we are going to see now. If Nb is greater than Na, it shows stable bond formation. A stable bond formation will take place if Nb is greater than Na. Next, if Nb is less than Na, molecule does not exist. Molecule does not exist. Okay. Next, if bond order is zero, okay, this shows that molecule does not exist. Okay, molecule does not exist if Nb is less than Na, and also if bond order is zero also, then the molecule does not exist. Okay, if bond order is fractional value, the bond formed is less stable. The bond formed is less stable. The bond formed is less stable. see, bond order will decide the stability of the molecule. If bond order, most important condition is what? You have to able to identify how many electrons are present in the bonding orbital and how many electrons are present in anti-bonding orbital. And what is the bond order formula is half of difference between number of electrons in the bonding orbital and number of electrons in the anti-bonding orbital. Okay, and if number of electrons in the bonding orbital is greater than the number of electrons in the anti-bonding orbital, then it is stable bond formation will be resulted. That is the case. And there are some points. Greater bond order, more is the dissociation energy and more its stability. Greater bond order, more is the dissociation energy and more is its stability. Next, greater bond order, lesser is bond length. So these points are more important for JEE and NEET and all the competitive exams. Okay, so you should be able to calculate the bond order for a given molecule. Then you can suggest whether it is stable or unstable, whether how the bond length will be and how the stability will be, everything. So you please make a note of all these points. Bond order is equal to half into electrons in bonding orbital minus electrons in anti-bonding orbital. Bond order is equal to half of Nb minus Na. Bond order is always positive. It may be 0 or fractional also. If Nb is greater than Na, it shows stable bond formation. If Nb is less than Na, molecule does not exist. If bond order is 0, this shows that molecule does not exist. If bond order is fractional value, the bond formed is less stable. Greater bond order, more is the dissociation energy and more is its stability. Greater bond order, lesser is the bond length. And there is one more point, just we will write that point also. What is that means? The more electronegativity, the more electronegative element contributes more strongly to the bonding orbitals, whereas less electronegative element contribute more strongly to anti-bonding orbital. Okay, hope you have looked at all this. if there are molecules we are discussing, in that molecules it consists of a more electronegative element and a less electronegative element. So the more electronegative element contributes more strongly to the bonding orbitals, okay, whereas the less electronegative element contributes to the anti-bonding orbitals. That is the major difference. Okay, while writing the electronic configurations, these points will be helpful. The more electronegative element contributes more strongly to the bonding orbitals, whereas the less electronegative element contributes more strongly to the anti-bonding orbitals. Okay. So what is the formula for the bond order? Bond order is equal to half of Nb minus Na. Nb means number of electrons in the bonding orbital. Na means number of electrons in the anti-bonding orbital. Now the most important topic, that is writing the molecular configuration. Okay, writing the molecular configurations that we will see. Let us consider you have to write molecular configuration for H2. Okay, H2 molecule you have to write the configuration. So now the most important thing is, you know that one hydrogen has 1s1 orbital and two hydrogens will have 2 electrons. Is it or not? So the one hydrogen atom in H2 molecule, what will happen? 1s orbital of one hydrogen donates 1 electron, and the another hydrogen atom also donates 1 more electron. So totally how many electrons are there in the orbital, in the bond formation now? 2 electrons are there totally. So 1s1 and 1s1, totally 2 electrons are there in the bond formation, and these 2 electrons should be shared now. Okay, so these 2 electrons are first shared by how? First there will be sigma 1s and sigma 1s, in which where the electron will go first. The electron will go first into sigma 1s orbital. Why? Always bond, what is that? We follow Apo principle, Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity, and Pauli's explosion principle for writing electronic configuration. Is it or not? According to Apo principle, the orbital which is having least energy, that should be filled first. In this, which one is having least energy? Either bonding, this is a bonding atomic orbital or anti-bonding atomic orbital. In the previous video we had a very clear discussion, that is bonding atomic orbital has the least energy. Is it or not? Okay, so bonding orbital energy is less than the anti-bonding energy. So first the electrons will be filled in 1s. Okay, sigma 1s. So in detail we will see now how. I will write in the form of wording. In H2 molecule, in H2 molecule, 1s orbital of one hydrogen atom combines with 1s orbital of other hydrogen atom to give two molecular orbitals. That is bonding orbital, anti-bonding orbital. Okay. So now total how many electrons are there? 2 electrons. So the 2 electrons the two electrons occupy bonding orbital only. Why? Because energy level of bonding orbital is less than anti-bonding orbital. Okay, so therefore the molecular configuration, the molecular orbital configuration, okay, the molecular orbital configuration, the MO directly, the MO configuration of hydrogen is now, how we will write it? 1s2 comma sigma star 1s0, nothing will be there in that. Okay, now bond order of H2, how you will write this bond order? Half into Nb minus En. Here what? Half into number of electrons in the bonding orbital 2, anti-bonding 0, so 2 minus 0, it is not half into 2, it is equal to 1. So you have got the positive. Okay, so bond order of H2 is how much now? Bond order of H2 equal to 1. And how many lone pairs are there? 0. So number of unpaired electrons in H2 equal to 0. It implies diamagnetic. Okay, so that's why H2 molecule is what? It is diamagnetic. H2 molecule is diamagnetic. Okay, I hope you have understood. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. So the next what we will do is, okay, hope you have done all the things well. Now molecular configuration, okay, of orbital configuration of H2, you had it as what? H2 molecular configuration is sigma 1s2 sigma star 1s0, and the bond order is how much? Bond order calculated as 1, and its nature is diamagnetic. Okay, this is understood now. Okay, now what I am doing is, I want hydrogen H2 plus and H2 minus characteristics and their bond order. Will you try this? What I am asking is, I want the characteristic of H2 plus and H2 minus, and at the same time I want their bond orders also. Characteristic is what? Whether it is diamagnetic or paramagnetic, that you have to say. So first we will see H2 plus and H2 minus. So number of electrons. Here number of electrons, how many we will see first. So in hydrogen how many electrons are there? 2. In H2 plus how many it will be? 1 electron will be lost, it means 1 only. How many electrons will be there in H2 minus? In H2 minus how many electrons will be there? In H2 there are 2 electrons. H2 minus means 1 more electron is added. So 3. So now you have to write the configuration for this. Okay. MO configuration for H2 plus. What is the MO configuration? Only 1 electron is there. So sigma 1s1 and sigma star 1s0. It will be like that only. Is it or not? Nothing will be there. Okay. So no need to write this. This only not filled, no. So that's why we don't write. Then what is the MO configuration for H2 minus sigma 1s2 and sigma star 1s1? So here, so to avoid confusion, we will write here 1s0. Okay, you write it, no problem. Okay, now how to calculate the bond order? So bond order is what? Half into Nb minus Enb. Here half into Nb is how many electrons in bonding? 1 minus anti-bonding 0. So it is half. Here bond order is half into Nb minus Ne. So half into Nb. What is the bonding? 2. Anti-bonding 1. So it is half again here also. In both the cases the bond order is half only. Means bond order is half means what? Whether they are stable or unstable? Unstable. Is it or not? Both are less stable. You can write less stable. Okay. Then what about their nature? Whether they are diamagnetic or paramagnetic. Here what? It is 1. Means what? So number of unpaired electrons equal to 1. Means what? It is paramagnetic. Here number of unpaired electrons, how many? 1. So it is paramagnetic. Now you see the things. Here you can say clearly one conclusion. H2 is diamagnetic and H2 plus comma H2 minus are paramagnetic. And which one is stable? H2 is stable and H2 plus and H2 minus are less stable. These points you can write by knowing all these things. Okay, hope you have understood how to write the molecular orbital configuration for a given element. Still, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. So what I can conclude, H2 minus is less stable than H2 minus is less stable than H2 plus as former has more anti-bonding electrons. Is it or not? See, in H2 minus you are having anti-bonding, whereas in H2 plus there is no anti-bonding. That's why H2 minus is less stable than H2 plus. Now, one more thing. We can try writing the electronic configuration for MO configuration for B2, that is boron, for boron atom. So generally we know that boron, for one boron it is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1, 5 electrons are there. Now totally in a bond how many electrons will be there? 10 electrons. Is it or not? So 10 electrons will be, has to be distributed in the molecular configuration. Okay. So the molecular orbital of B2 consists of 10 electrons. Okay, 10 electrons you have to distribute. How you will be distributing that 10 electrons? Okay, the order of filling is sigma 1s. Okay, 10 electrons you have to distribute. So sigma 1s, next sigma star 1s, next sigma 2s, next sigma star 2s. Okay, next generally we take according to our prescribed book, it is pi bond formation of 2py and pi bond formation of 2pz, and next sigma of 2px is taken. Okay, that is sigma bonding. After this, what we will be having again pi bonds, anti bonding. These are 2py and pi bond of 2pz and sigma star 2px. So these are the things what we have. Okay. Now what we have to write MO configuration for B2 molecule is 10 electrons you have to distribute. So first sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, next sigma 2s2, next sigma star 2s2. Total how many completed? 2 plus 2 4, 2 6 plus 2 8. Still it enters into pi 2py and pi 2pz 1 1. Is it or not? Why? It has to follow the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So now 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 2 6, 2 8, 9 10. Finish. Now how to calculate the bond order? Bond order of B2 is equal to half into Nb minus Na. It is equal to half into Nb. Bonding 2 to 4, 5, 6 minus anti-bonding 2 plus 2, 4. It is nothing but half into 6 minus 4, 2. So 2 to cancel 1. Okay. Bond order of B2 equal to 1 means it is stable. Positive, no, it is stable. Next, number of unpaired electrons. How many unpaired electrons we have? 1, 2. So 2 unpaired electrons we have got. Okay. If it is 2 means how many? Dia or para, what it is? Diamagnetic. Sorry, paramagnetic. 0 means dia. Okay. So that is the case. It has 2 unpaired electrons. So it shows paramagnetic nature. Have you understood how to write the electronic configuration of molecular or orbital electronic configuration? We call it. Okay, molecular orbital configuration of B2. So you have to consider the total number of electrons in the bonding. Total number of electrons in the bonding are how many means this. Okay. In boron 5. For 1 boron 5. For 2 borons total 10. The 10 you have to distribute according to this. This is the order. So now according to following the above principle, Hund's principle and Pauli's explosion principle, we will be doing this. And to know whether it is diamagnetic or paramagnetic, what we will do? We will follow number of unpaired electrons. If a number of unpaired electrons are 0, it is diamagnetic. If it is number of unpaired electrons are 1 or 2, then it is paramagnetic. Hope you have understood how to write the electronic molecular orbital of that. Now you can try for carbon C2 molecule and also for N2 molecule and for O2 molecule also. You can try the electronic molecular orbital configuration for C2, N2 and O2. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me. You can send me on WhatsApp. Okay, after writing C2, N2 and O2. And at the same time, there is one more question for you. Hope you have noted this all. So your work, what you have to do is first write MO configure or molecular orbital configuration for C2, N2, O2, or we will make it 3 questions. For C2, second one is write MO configuration for N2. Write MO configuration for O2. Fourth question, comment on what is the nature of C2 molecule, N2 molecule, O2 molecule. Means you have to write whether it is diamagnetic or paramagnetic or ferromagnetic. And next, bond order of C2, N2 and O2. You have to calculate the bond order of the C2, N2 and O2. Okay? Is it clear? Next, explain why He2 formation is not possible. You will get it from bond order. He2 formation is not possible. Why? You can answer this question. And last question from my side. Okay. Write the MO configuration for O2 minus. Write the MO configuration for O2 2 minus also, and here we will take plus O2 plus 1 and O2 plus 2. And the last question, write the nature of O2, write the nature of O2, O2 minus, O2 2 minus, O2 plus 1 and O2 2 plus. Okay, these 9 questions you complete it and write the answers. Okay. You please, after writing, you take the photo snap and send it to my WhatsApp number.